Welcome to this special coffee and lunch vigil. It is 3:19 EST in Hokkaido, Montreal. Yours truly, Adrian Hana Dragan. Special vigil on this sunny but cold day in Sunday. Beginning the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom week. Of course, the Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess, the Dragon and the Phoenix People's Party. Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom Sabbath just ended a few minutes ago. And the week of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom begins after 3 p.m. on Sunday, so I'm going to begin with a little bit of coffee. This is Turkish coffee from Israel, made in Israel. Found it on special on sale about 2 weeks ago, so I got it, and I'm going to be eating some of my slow cooking. I left it overnight and now it's just good to eat. It is black beans, white rice, brown teff. Pretty much 3 ingredients, and hot cayenne pepper and black pepper and water. That's what it is. Let's have a taste of it now. Cheers. For world peace, I'm going to be doing a meditative vigil. I'm going to be doing some reading. I'm going to be doing some meditations. And I was going to go out for a walk, but I said I'm going to just take it easy, take a bath, have some stretches, stretch, and prepare for the big game. 49ers, my Niners, yours truly asking for to be a performer in the Super Bowl halftime show. Dragonized the ball last minute. Will donate half to my sister, and the other half of my half will give to LGBTQ issues and food security and youth sports and environmental causes. So I'm asking to be a performer to dragonize the Super Bowl 56 on a red chair, do some performances, work out, rant, rap, rock and roll, and have Tom Brady, Derek Carr, and Aaron Rodgers give me a neck rub, neck, which I will rate on a 1 to 10 scale with noises and numbers for world peace. Very good coffee. So it's called Turkish coffee, but it's made in Israel, state country of Israel. Found it on special for about $1.99. Not the big bag. It's about 200 grams, but lasted me for the third weekend. I just drank it during the weekend, so it's pretty good. So I'm gonna be doing this vigil. I'm gonna be watching videos on and reading about the Freedom Convoy. And I'm gonna say before I proceed that I was looking at many videos and seeing so many flags. I encourage, of course, everybody to get vaccinated, get tested. I'm double jab here in the goddess's forehead. See, forehead of a goddess. I'm gonna get the third jab tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I am. Let's see, tomorrow getting my third, and final 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. I gotta confirm my presence. I gotta click on this Tao. Appointment successfully confirmed. Appointment successfully confirmed. Appointment successfully confirmed. Speaking of appointments, I am of course calling and inviting the leaders of the free world to meet me. Montreal, Hokkaido, this February is Tuesday, 1st of February. I'm declaring February the red month since it's the the month of love. Love is action, not just blah blah blah. And I'm inviting the leaders of the free world to come meet me at the corner of Sherbrooke and University. Sherbrooke and University. In the morning in Hakata, Montreal this February. And march 3.5 hours, either clockwise or counterclockwise, roundabout Mount Royal, the headquarters of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom and the Phoenix People's Party. I'm gonna march 3.5 hours roundabout, either clockwise or counterclockwise, for 3.5 hours in steel toe boots for world peace, to sign a covenant, a new agreement, concordium, the calling for the Dragon Zero and the leaders of the Free World Summit. We're gonna be marching 3.5 hours from Sherbrooke, corner of Sherbrooke and University, go roundabout Mount Royal, come back, break for lunch. Go 3.5 hours again in steel toe boots for world peace, international justice, security, and ensured global freedom. Maintaining harmony between civilization and nature. So first 3.5 hours roundabout. If we go clockwise in the morning, we'll go counterclockwise in the afternoon and vice versa. So that is my call and invitation, support, love, type. My call, my message, and commission an event, if you will. I'm open for business. I am financially struggling, but I am grateful. My rent is paid, got food. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a little bit of taste of it right now. So see, it's gotten very affordable. Black beans, brown teff, and rice. Okay. Yeah, so. At the beginning is a bit bland tasting, but as you chew in it, like the spices have almost been absorbed, because I poured water like a few times, right? It cooked for 13 hours. Right, yesterday till this morning. But it's good chewiness, very like chewy, like interesting. So at the beginning, when you taste in it, it's bland, but as you chew in it, you get the spices afterwards. So you spice them. Of course, all these black beans, teff, the rice was made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun, who makes and creates all fruits, vegetables, and legumes. But our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvested them. Trucker, deliver, grocery store. So that I am eating here this 3:28 p.m. EST in Hawk Island to get energy to. Let's get ready for tomorrow's vaccine too. Because tomorrow I want to clean, reorder, and purify my room, office, and temple after the vaccine. Interesting. I like the creaminess of it. Chewy, creamy, gluey a bit, gummy even. But there's a paradox to it. At the beginning, when you chew into it, it seems bland, but as you chew and chew and chew, you get a taste at the end of the spices and a powerful spiciness. But only at the beginning it's bland, and then you get at the end the spiciness. Paradox, I would say. I never think I cooked anything similar to this. Maybe it was how much water I put, how much the water ratio proportion to the proportion of the beans, and the time cooked to give it this grewiness and this specific, so that it absorbed within. The spices were absorbed, or how I stirred it, because I did stir it a few times, like, and I cooked for more than 13 hours. Interesting. My brothers get vaccinated and sisters get vaccinated, get tested. My trinity on COVID. I don't know what caused COVID. I believe we snakes to human beings. I cannot rule out another possibility, since I don't know for sure, but I had COVID back at the end of February 2020 until about February 20th. I was very sickle and disease. It was like death, pestilence, and disease. And in many ways, I died during COVID as I'm being reborn. Adrian Hanna Dragan. Yours truly, androgynous, pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, which are one empire under the sun and the stars on earth, and which have an hour founded by 156 trillions. Trillions of kisses. That's a lot of kisses. Credited with the condition that I will freely distribute and give to all my willingly loving allies and armies. To all my willingly loving allies and armies. I'm broke, I admit it, got $10,000 of debt to the RBC, Royal Bank of Canada. I'm looking for people to help and support and collaborate. I am open for business. Commission for an independent artist, athlete, and activist, AAA artist, activist, and athlete. But I'm grateful, got food, got noodles. Gonna make a little bit of dessert. I got some jam, so for tonight I'm gonna make myself a dessert for the game. San Francisco, 49ers, Niners, Niners, Niners. So I'm grateful, I'm thankful. The Dragon Army, of course, as I'm calling the leaders of the free world. I wish I could go give the farmers a massage, a good kissing of the hands, and a good hug, the farms. I believe that applying my citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and debt refusion theory, that trinity of theories, is best for this moment in time. 3:33 p.m. EST in Hawk Island, Montreal. As soon as possible for a local, national, international. Gotta think global, act local, think global, act local, think global, and act local. I'm not perfect, far from it. Got issues, got vices, got lust. I don't play it self-righteous. My spiritual teachings, I'm still a student. I'm learning every day. When I look, beautiful blue sky, the majestic trees, which are the hairs on the goddess's body, all around 7 continents, from Africa, the big baobab trees, to here, big trees in my backyard in this urban, big metropolis, Hawk Island, Montreal. I have questions and questions and questions, and I'm non-sectarian. The dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom is non-sectarian, of course, as the Phoenix People's Party. I'm a universal revolutionary centrist. I believe the application of my theories at this point in time for a new world order of world peace, international justice, and secured global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature is best by the complementary creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, complementary to the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. By putting my theory of debt refusion theory into practice, taking all existing public and private debt, making it debt refusion, whatever that number is. For example, X is representing the private debt, me as a private citizen individual, and in my room, office, and temple here on the ground, I am private citizen Dragon. When I step outside in the public domain, I also become public citizen. I have both dimensions now, private and public. Of course, I share in the public sphere, the internet. There are dimensions of the internet which are private, or we can keep them private, right? Email communications and other business transactions and all other matters of copyright as an artist, of course. Business, intellectual property, intellectual property, intellectual property. And I believe in the harmony of securing by the Dragon Army, the creation thereof, just like envisioned in my scenario, which have created it before COVID, 93 days back in 2019, of course, and it was made to go hand in hand with my General War Integrated Body Training System, aka the 300 workout, which of course is required for anybody willingly living to be a member of the Dragan Army, whose official title is International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force. So to secure food, housing, and transport for all, thus we will ensure freedom for all. We will secure freedom. Once these three essential elements are secured, of course, with the transport to be allocated XYZ miles per citizen, with de facto increase whatever needs to be done, volunteering, work, learning, XYZ, and securing food, housing, and transport to be housing to be made if people don't get along, to be able to move relatively fast. And to that trinity, fourth dimension, after securing food, housing, and transport, that three holy sacred divine trinity by which will secure freedom, work on the fourth dimension, the services, whatever services can be, for example, taking the children out for a walk or for a dance or for a workout. They're driving the parents crazy, they're too hyperactive, putting them on pills will do no good. So a Dragan Army with joy, vigor, understanding, and love. Love is action. Be on the call, 1-800 number, or telecommunications, live 24/7 live streams, webcams, and Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. East, west, north, south. 1-800 number to have it on the ground and provide the services that need to be provided. Even help with the cooking, cleaning, a massage, a wash. Truckers are going east, west, north, south. They need a massage. And we're now tired farmers. Be rural and urban, on the ground, citizen integrated. Dragan Army soldier can be also volunteer in other areas. Can also be a worker, essential worker, part-time worker, artist, dancer, sex worker, legalized sex work, prostitute. I don't like to use that word, sex word. Artist, dancer, boxer. Dragan Army. Citizen integrated across all levels by application of citizen integration theory. To be able to, for example, I give an example concrete here in Montreal, Hawk Island. What gives, and I give a shout out to Hydro-Quebec and the farmers of the province, truckers, workers, grocery store clerks now delivering food. Maybe somebody like me here in Hawk Island is gonna watch some football game, ordering some pizza, the labor doing for it. You know, to be mindful, the interconnectedness that we have. And I'm not perfect, far from it. I got vices, got issues, but one thing I do know, brothers and sisters, that during this tough economic, financial, commercial crises, which we just do, especially during the holidays, and I put my call. Unfortunately, it was only answered by one of my old-time pals, friend from a library. Put a call I wanted to give, put some volunteer and get trucks filled 2 weeks before the holidays. I started putting my call about in November. If you know DMs, no likes, no. I'm no longer suicidal, I'm good. I want to love, proceed with a revolution for a new world order of peace, international justice, and securing and ensuring global freedom and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. So we can have the youth for the youth to come grow up in a better world. And I know it's painful. I've been through suffering and depression and suicidal, and I've learned, I've struggled, and so much pain and suffering myself and others as well. You know, the things we don't admit. People struggling being LGBTQ and they're not out. You know, look at the patriarchal, I'm going to say patriarchal sports leagues, the NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB. It's not only Kal Nassib for the Raiders, he's the only one in the open. On the field now, I think the game started Bengals for NFL, Bengals and Chiefs. When they're facing each other now, multi-millionaire players, 11 on one side offense, 11 on the other side defense. They also gotta eat food. Facing one of those 11, there's one who is LGBTQ. Who's rainbow? That is one. Who's LGBTQ rainbow out of those? That's for sure. It's not out for XYZ reasons, and the economic, financial, commercial pressures can understand them better than most. I grew up hard, tough life, man. I've been joyous. I've been different areas of. Nonetheless, during years of struggle, I've made the libraries of the city of Montreal, Hokkaido, my second home, and the tens of thousands of books, my friends. I'm learning every day. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology is my chosen path. In this one, it's art, spirituality, psychology, philosophy, theory, the irrational, emotional side, the artistic side. I'm not always smiling or joyful. Sometimes I'm moody, angry, upset, XYZ reasons. Still craving to get a goddamn good massage. Players in the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, y'all get it for free. A team provided for you. So the Dragan Army to be integrated and provide those services. The fourth dimension after we secure food, housing, and transport. Services XYZ, whatever can be with consent and hygiene, consent and hygiene, consent and hygiene. Consent and hygiene. And proper love and understanding to whatever a dragon can offer. It doesn't have to be all. Myself can be of service, and I'm a servant to all my willingly loving allies and armies. I am thy servant, yours truly, the not a dragon. As imperfect as I am, with all the flaws, the struggles that I've been through, I am the world's greatest living millennial dancing rainbow poet. But I am for the greater good. Sure, I want to experience things new. I want to visit. I want to afford a bit of wine. You know, I cannot afford it lately. I've been on the budget. A little bit of bacon, bit of food. Clothes I'm good. Clothing I have. Secondhand, good bought. My sister was a friend and a teacher. Fourth dimension, my one and only financial sponsor at the moment, got me one of the best pair of jeans and best pair of hoodie, that NASA hoodie that I ever got. And if I ever make any money, she's gonna have to be the first that I sponsor. She's an artist, anonymous artist, to paint, to do to work out. And yeah, gotta get some more coffee. I'm gonna go back in time. Back in time to 2019, yours truly. Adrian H. Dragonborn died during COVID. Keep my holy, sacred, and divine name out of your mouth. If this is not for a blessing. Hope you have an understanding. I am grateful. I am thankful. Give a shout out before I proceed to this food that I got. I'm using this electricity, which is clean, renewable, zero emission, pollution free energy. It's 1963, 61 dams across Quebec have been built by the Hydro-Quebec by tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of Quebecois brains and muscle. Let me flex a bit. Yeah, so. Could do better. Paradoxically, living in the worst financial crisis of my adult life, I'm getting in the fittest, strongest, most powerful condition of my adult life. Brains and muscle. Hydro-Quebec built 61 dams for me to do this recording, to watch, have this coffee maker, coffee machine on, using electricity, clean, renewable, zero emission. To Dragan Army, we go see it, visit, encourage citizens to integrate. See how the dams are. I want to go visit those dams, man. 61 of them. 61 dams. 61. That's 6'1", 61 times. Right? Things we take for granted. So many things we take for granted. I did a lot of meditations during COVID. I've studied, learned years. Libraries were my second home. Tens of thousands of books. I've written tens of thousands of pages of poetry, philosophy, art, songs. Complementary. Complementary philosophy, of which the theories, citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and debt refusion theory, that trinity of theories, giving in a compendium as part of the non-sectarian universal revolutionary centrist philosophy of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, which are one empire in the sun and stars and earth, calling on all to join us, supporters, allies, citizens, sympathizers, or subjects, securing food, housing, and transport by the Dragon Army, then providing the fourth dimension services. After that, services, whatever services can be, with no shame, no guilt, with understanding. So there's no abuse. If you got your massage, half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes massage, an hour massage from one of the dragons, service and security force, dragon armies of security ends for service. Don't abuse, don't call in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. You get once, twice, times a week. So every day, Mr. Stein calls and every day he wants a massage. He wants uses services. So it has to be some balance, some equation. Don't abuse my dragons. Don't abuse my goddamn dragons. Dragons massaging dragons and washing dragons and kissing dragons. Consent and hygiene, consent and hygiene, consent and hygiene. This is what we need, 21st century. I would need a massage right now. Like, rent's paid, got food. If I want, I can close my blinds and turn everything off and get naked and start dancing in my private. I'm private. If I step out, I'm also public. I encourage people to get vaccinated, get tested, getting my third shot. Jab in the goddess's forehead here. I got both of them there. The third is gonna be sufficient. Alright? Rub, wash your hands with soap, wash your hands with soap. Wash your hands with soap. Rub. Wash your hands with soap, man. Go in and out of public building which is not your. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a big cleaning. I can do better cleaning. I can do better. I'm not perfect. I got flaws. I just watched during the Sabbath. For me. It's allowed. I watched pornography last night, and early Saturday morning. But I said I'm only gonna watch pornography during the Sabbath, which begins at midnight. It's no longer Sabbath now. It's 3:48 p.m. EST in Hawk Island. The Dancing Goddess in the Dragon Kingdom week has begun. I was gonna go for a walk, but it's -11, feels like -20 with the wind chill, and I said I'm still a bit sore from working out last week, from marching. Marched a lot of hours, did a lot of good workouts, still a bit sore. Took a bath. Yesterday was great. Gonna take it easy tomorrow for my third vaccine. Stretch, meditate, maybe write a poem or 2 or 3. Do this video and watch the football game. 49ers gonna eat. I step outside. Citizen Dragon is no longer just private. But in theory, I can turn everything off, close this video, shut the blinds, and take a nap naked, dance naked, walk around naked, recite a poetry naked. Step outside. Not that. I mean, for me, the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, a citizen, if he wants to go naked in the public, Go naked in the public, man. We born naked anyway. No shame, but expect people XYZ maybe. So we drag an army. If somebody wants to stay 2 meters away from somebody else, has to be respected. If you're vaccinated, gonna get triple vaccinated. We're gonna have red boots, red and green and rainbow boots, man, for the Dragan Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, for and places designated for people to hook up. Hook up, man. People wanna hook up. LOV, love is holy, sacred, and divine. No shame. Right? Boots, Dancing Goddess and Dragon for massage booth, with love booth, LOV, rainbow. So what? So we get vaccinated after get the triple shot, triple vaccinated. Of course, with children and youth, we gotta be careful because they're growing. We gotta teach them not to be ashamed of their bodies. That the body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. For pleasure and for purpose. The body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. The body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. I remember when I did self-harm to myself. I was depressed, suicidal. I said, mean motherfucker. But I'm bisexual. I suppressed it, repressed it. Feelings and emotions, if we repress, suppress, gonna make us sick, make us depressed. In some circumstances, as much as I'm the world's greatest living millennial rainbow dancing poet, as much as my philosophy, intellectual pursuits can be extraordinary in verbose language, sometimes action is required. In some situations or circumstances or areas of our civilization, I am fucking useless. There is. In some situation, brother or sister, cis bro, cis, androgynous, pansexual like me, maybe LGBTQ, whatever, trans, my brothers and sisters, trans, and pansexual, so I'm open to having a lot more free love and relationships and of a romantic, emotional pursuit. Can be, but it's not monogamy. It's not for me, monogamy. Pleasure, purpose, hygiene, consent. Yes, I love intellectually, philosophically. Love this cup of coffee from Israeli coffee. It's coffee from Israel. It's Turkish coffee because it's refined and the grains are refined, and you can do it different ways. You can put a scoop on just hot water and mix it rather than the filter. So anyways, I love this coffee. I love food. I love chocolate. I love sweets. I love a good beat, good music. I love the sun. I love the sun. I love the sun. I love the goddess that dances with her brother's sun. Sun now rises, sun now sets. Sun's about to set in an hour. Hawkeye Montreal. It's gonna rise somewhere else, right? Sun is always setting, always rising. Time zones. Well, we are interconnected, intercomplementary. The farmers. How much meditation I did, and I said in past videos that I felt fucking useless during COVID. I said I never farmed, but I did farm, urban farming, so I have some experience plowing, sowing, doing all the at the micro level. Nonetheless, came out good and fruits of my labor, and I harvested and I ate what I worked for a few seasons in urban farming. In past lives, I farmed by the Nile, in ancient Egypt, by the Euphrates, in ancient Babylon, by the Dead Sea in ancient Israel, by the Danube in ancient Rome, by the Ganges in India. Here, as a native born before the European imperial powers came and colonized, before the Spanish Empire, British Empire, French Empire, Portuguese Empire, Dutch Empire came. Many past lives, many incarnations. Not perfect. Got theory, philosophy, sometimes action is required. I got disillusioned with proposals and organizations and bureaucracy and red tape. Politics, Canada, North America, the Western free world stagnated since 1984 with bureaucracy. Rich are getting richer, poor are getting poorer. Corporations, mega corporations. And I believe my theory is best for the 21st century. Citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and debt fusion theory. I'm a universal revolutionary centrist, not fascist, not communist. Universal revolutionary centrist. Ensure and secure freedom, food, housing, and transport. That will secure and ensure freedom, because then citizens, allies, supporters, subjects will have that. Simple, effective system, public-private partnership, of course. Public and private partnership. That Trinity is secured, food, housing, and transport, public-private partnership, Dragan Army, international citizen integrated, social security and service force. We can offer the fourth dimension to that Trinity. Fourth dimension, services of service and security, securing and ensuring freedom. And freedom, brothers and sisters, it's a double-edged sword. Heavy to lift. I admit, with my tiny hands, I got tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny androgynous scar clitoris dicus. Got a fourth dimension to that tiny trinity of tiny feet, tiny hands, tiny clitoris dicus. Fourth dimension, big mouth, some brains and some muscle. Got love, I want to love it. What brings me joy, see youth enjoying. I hope this February, man, Canada, North America, the world is what a Valentine's. I hope people fall in love, give each other Valentine. 14-year-olds, 15, 16, 17, teenagers, that first love, man. The fuck are we fucking fighting for then? To get rid of COVID and get things better, if not for LOVE, right? It's like February Red Month, love is action. If not for LOVE, love what? Love what? Love is also action. It's like say blah blah, love, 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 you know? Somebody said to me, I said, Jesus loves. I like three things Rabbi Jesus did. Turning water into wine. I wish I could do that right now. Get everybody drunk for February. Sharing is caring, and a world peace. I wish I could do that miracle. I can't. I'm not a miracle worker. Although I'm a living proof of the scientific miracle of neuroplasticity. Survived near fatal mortal head wound years ago from a black sword, and acquired savant syndrome in parallel by action, by my own, of course, will to learn, read, write, and work out, train, exercise, which has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly, as I believe it is for many. That's why I've been calling for years for the mass financing thereof. Mass financing thereof. The mass financing thereof. To mass finance it. Working out, training, and exercising. Mass finance. Public-private partnership. Dragan Army encourages people to work out, train, exercise. Right beyond the floor. East, west, north, south. East, west, north, south. Local, national, international. Absorbing all United Nations, organizations, institutions, and integrating with all public and private institutions and organizations. IMF, World Bank, creating the new global central bank, and pay with the US dollar, get the number of all the private and the public debt. The private and the public debt. Private and the public debt. Private and the public debt. All the private and the public debt. All the private and the public debt. Mine private debt is 10,000 at the RBC bank. If I'm X1, you're X2, there's hundreds of millions of X's. Local, national, Canada, US, Germany, NATO member countries first. Calling Israel to become the 31st member of NATO ASAP. Just like in my scenario, of course, mobilizing 1% of citizenry to create international citizen integrated social security and service force. Alright? Back to Rabbi Jesus. Three things. Turning water into wine. I like that Rabbi perform miracles. Turning water into wine. overturning the financiers, moneylenders, bankers' tables in front of the temple. Dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom give 10% maximum on all loans. With a credit card, I don't believe more than 10% on all loans. It's a de facto. All loans. 10%. All ALL loans. Of course, defending Mary Magdalene, the sex worker. 3 things. I'm for legalizing all sex work and most drugs. Speed, cocaine, ecstasy, cannabis. It's been more than 7 weeks now since I've smoked some cannabis. I still have. I haven't smoked in quite a while, maybe even more. Maybe 13 weeks now. 11 weeks. More than 7 weeks for sure now. Yeah. It's been more than 7 weeks now since I've smoked cannabis. Those 3 things, but I mean, I do meditations. I'm a universal spiritual teaching student with questions, don't know it all. I like the question, what did Jesus do into Egypt all those years? I don't know. Sun has not been dethroned that I know by any prophet. Nature is divine, mankind, a mystery of life being existing. I don't know. I do know I want to love. Love is action. All my willingly loving allies and armies got 156 trillion kisses. Trillions. Trillions. TRILLONS. Trillions of kisses, 156. Credited with the condition to give to all my willingly loving allies and armies. Here's a start. That's a start. Whoever took that, take first. First come, first serve. I don't know. For the Dragon army to be of service and security. I don't know what caused COVID. I believe it was snakes. Third cannot rule out another possibility. I believe it was snakes, zoonotic transmissions. Don't have proof. There's a doubt even in. There's not a consensus agreement by the WHO or other institutions. Health speculation a lot. I believe it was snakes. Some zoonotic, as the technical terms goes, from the animal to human. Virus transmissions called zoonotic. Zoonotic. ZONITIC spelled. I believe it was snakes. Some people say seafood, pigs, even birds, bats. Bats is a popular one. Snakes, it's among the top 5, I believe. I think bats is first, then pigs, then snakes, then rats, and seafood, and then other like animals, birds, and whatever. Whether it was Wuhan or not, I don't know. But what I do know, 4th dimension to that trinity on COVID that I have and had and will have. 4th dimension to that trinity is what I do know 100%, without any doubt. Before COVID, 93 days before COVID, there's an analyst, independent analyst, independent student, scholar of history, wars, geopolitics, and civilizations, and independent global security analyst. I've said back in October 2019 that we, humanity, are on a path to World War III, due mainly to the event known as the US-China trade war, which is ongoing and has gotten even worse, of course, which began March 2018 by the Trump administration with Trump, and nothing personal against Trump. I disagree with a lot of his policies. One thing that I didn't like, and he wasn't honest about coming from wealth, coming from riches, coming from a financial status. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna ask Donald Trump one question: when is the last time you wore steel-toe boots? Dragon's fist are gonna make Trumpo's nose grow like Pinocchio's yo-yo, bro. Kanye sing that on the low. Put that goddess in the God you need it, yo. Anyways, nothing personal against Trump, I believe. I believe there could have been alternative to the U.S.-China trade war. Alternative solutions. There are problems. Go case by case sometimes and discern. And as much as philosophy and intellectual verbosity and vocabulary rich with cosmopolitan, sophisticated language I could use, sometimes I have to be, brothers and sisters, straightforward and direct, direct and straightforward, direct and straightforward. Like right now, my rent's paid, got food. What do I fucking need? I would fucking need a good fucking massage. That's what I would fucking need. Anyways, I got coffee. I'm good. I've been rock bottom, hell and back. Paradoxically, I'm healing and I've gotten better during this COVID. Paradoxically. Paradox for me. Personal paradox, I guess. But I'm not perfect. I lust, I got issues, vices. I get triggered, I get moody, I get upset. Sometimes we gotta be careful with the language, especially when it comes to LGBTQ issues. You know, I'm very, I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive to LGBTQ issues because I know what it is to repress it and to be depressed and suicidal about it. And especially when you say, well, you're gonna burn, burn in hell and shit like that. Fuck that shit. Come to my rainbow, got it. Oh, bless. Hygiene and consent, consent and hygiene, love and understanding. Consent and hygiene, and have fun, man. Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Change is not easy. Liberation, sexual liberation, has not come without blood, sweat, and tears for me personally, and it will not come and has not come for Canadians, for North American civilization. And my philosophy constitutes North America civilization since the New World. Yes, with many mistakes, Western civilization, which I'm part of, in this incarnation, this life was born in the Western civilization and in many past lives as well. Born in the West, sometimes in the East, and more South, sometimes North, more North, sometimes more in the center. Right? We hide, we got fears, irrational fears that we hide, right? My joke goes, I was marching and saying joke and said I was hoping somebody from the NFL, NHL, NBA will answer my call and say, hey, this one person, 6'6", defense, played 13 seasons in the NFL since 2007, and hard, bad motherfucker, 6'6", 6'6", hard built, 360 pounds. 13 years in the NFL, survived 3 concussions. Writes to me, says, Dragan, yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to donate 10%, man. I made millions. I'm good. I got 3 houses, 11 cars. I'm good. I'm good. I got everything I need. I'm going to give 10%, man. I realize what you're saying is truth. And it's people like you who bought the gear for San Francisco 49ers or Raiders or buys gear purchases or worked, labored in steel-toe boots and XYZ warehouses or restaurants or whatever grocery store that buys, that supports us for us to make this money. I'm gonna give 10%, man. We're gonna load trucks together. We're gonna give them. We imagine this scenario. We're gonna give them to the food security for families, for what have you. So I said, yeah, cool. Comes to my underground room office in Temple. We have a cup of coffee, discussing whatever, money transfer, whatever, bank accounts or checks, whatever, how we can with his money, whatever, 10% for he makes 6.6 million a year, so 10% is 660,000. So he can load up about 3 trucks, whatever, with groceries, whatnot, groceries, whatnot. Groceries and whatnot. Start screaming. We have a couple of guys. 6'6", 360, 13 years in the NFL. Survived 3 concussions. Start screaming. So what's going on? He runs around the place, tries to go out. I'm going out. Like, what's the matter with you, man? What happened? Tell me. Spider, spider, spider. Tiny little spider. Scary as the hell out of a 6'6", 360-pound hardcore motherfucker. Scary tiny spider. So we got irrational fears, right? XYZ. Going, I'm gonna suck a cock. I'm gonna go to hell. People teach, and I've been told that. Man, I sucked a few cocks. Come to my rainbow God, I say hygiene and consent, hygiene and consent, hygiene and consent. Body's a temple for pleasure and purpose. Have fun, man. Suck it good, man. You got nothing on me, bro. How many rappers, and I'm an underground rapper a little bit. How many rappers you think are LGBTQ? Even that one who spews homophobic shit, man. Man, I'll bust you in your way you want it, huh? Clickety clack, let my rainbow flag. Dragan, we ain't play that. Only the strong, the free, we the bravest. Fuck your money. It's not about the money, honey. It's not about the money, honey. It ain't even about the money, honey. It's really not about the money. I'm broke, ain't got no. Got love. I don't turn the other cheek, man. May I be avenged 77-fold. I don't turn the other cheek, man. May I be avenged 77-fold. I don't turn the other cheek, man. May I be avenged 77-fold. Hey, bro. You ain't put that in your, when you join the police. You didn't put that, you let that out. You didn't put that. Say, hey, I had, incestuous homosexual relations with my little brother, man. You ain't put that when you joined the military now, did you, motherfucker? When you joined the police, you left that part out. It's okay. I'll forgive you, man. We gotta forgive, we gotta forgive. I gotta be forgiven, forgive me. I've done a lot of wrong, whatever. Hey, pop, pop, pop. World peace. Freedom. Like, freedom. FREDOM. It's heavy sword, man. Gotta be secured, insured. With my tiny hands, hard to lift by my solo. I fucking admit it in some situation. So I am useless. I'm a great thinker, philosopher, creating my own workout. Sometimes I'm hardcore, sometimes I'm triggered and emotional and cry. I cried at Adele song as a confession. Dragon's Euro Rainbow Dragon, I cried on one of Adele's songs. As a confession, I cried at one of Adele's songs. Yeah, I did. I did, man. Freedom, man. Struggle, 20th century ideologies, one world war, 2 world wars. We're on the brink of the third world war. What do I gotta do for world peace? Why you artists gotta do multi-millionaires? People are out of their minds. Leaders of the free world, you don't understand. They're disconnected, man. They're playing now fucking multi-millionaires, they gotta eat. What food they had for breakfast. Who's playing now NFL? Food, all this, man. We gotta increase salaries, do better for the working class, the working class, the working class. Unemployed. Volunteering, volunteering, volunteering. When you're unemployed, or you're open for business, independent contractor, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. I love volunteering. I'm open for business, art, athletics, mainly, principally, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom business. World peace, international justice, and securing and ensuring global freedom, attaining harmony between civilization and nature. Aye. What do I gotta do for world peace? What do I gotta do for world peace? What do we gotta do? Sisters, brothers. In a situation, right? For Ukraine. Peace, brothers, peace. But words are not enough. Because we got aggression and we got force and violence. I have them in me. Struggle we have endured till today, not just me, in Western civilizations, the things we don't admit. Fears, irrational fears, the hidden lusts. People in their 40s, 50s, 60s have been homosexuals, bisexuals since their youth, like me, and they're still not out after 40, 50 years, man. They're still in the hiding in the closet. 10 millions of, or sexually frustrated, or frustrated with certain things that we don't admit, man. I don't know at all. I don't know. So many things, useless and below mediocre and mediocre in certain things. We deal with guilt. Body is a temple for purpose and pleasure, or we lived with abuse. We lived through a lot of stress, a lot of trauma. I've had my share of it. Many have, many have. Freedom, FRE, must be insured and secured. I cannot lift it by my solo, my tiny hands, sword of freedom. Right? There has to be some rules, with the new rules, and we got to make new rules, new values, like this value, my value, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom and the phoenix people's body. Love is action. The body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. Right? It feels good to get touched. At least to me, I love being touched. I love to touch. I love physical pleasure, to give and receive, not just selfish. Get a neck rub. I don't feel so good, right? If I get a good neck rub, right? It feels so good. A good massage would feel so good from somebody else's hands on us, or vice versa, our hands on somebody. Right? I can give it to myself. Oh, it feels good. Oh yeah, it feels good. Let me see. Right, it feels good. It feels good, but it doesn't feel the same, right? I'm still sore. See, I crowd. Let's flex. What do I gotta do for world peace? Tell the leaders of the free world Dragan Zero's message. Drop down and give me 13 push-ups with love and for the sake of world peace. What do we gotta do for world peace? Huh? What do we gotta do? See? It's on my goddess tattoo. Not easy. Not easy. Freedom, not easy to attain and to secure and ensure. Right? We got systems, which have served lots of purposes, but no longer relevant, no longer serving us. Right? We got aggression, we got violence, our frustrations, we gotta channel it into constructive activities via love and understanding. Constructive activities via love and understanding. Channel it, brothers. Been a hard road for me. Tough road. For many Western civilization, humanity. We have a tendency to want to look back. I've suffered strong. I had moments of joy, bliss, made money, investments, XYZ. And we lose and we get bad. We have sometimes it's a tendency we gotta overcome. I don't want to go back to nothing. Pre-COVID, zero, nothing. Break the impasse and move forward. Break the impasse and move forward. Break the impasse and move forward. The new world order for humanity, one human race. People have reservations about the vaccine. I understand. Vaccine mandates, vaccine mandates, vaccine mandates. Tough issue. Tough issue. Let's face it. Not that black and white. It's gray. What are we talking about? We're talking about imposing public and private restrictions on goods or services or access goods, restrictions, goods, services, access to people who don't get vaccinated. The vaccine pass, vaccine passport, the mandates. Tough issues, right? Tough issues. Tough issues. Moral, democratic value issues, ethical issues of concern, because that's what we're discussing, and that's what we have done. Not we, but not myself, of course, was struggling and independent artist, activist, athlete, AAA, athlete, artist, activist, I think fourth dimension, universal spiritual teaching student, and world's greatest living millennial dancing rainbow poet. An androgynous pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, from one empire and the sun and stars on earth. Right? Tough issues. Extremely tough. I'm double vaxxed. Got the vaccine pass because I had COVID. I was very sick just before it was end of January 2020 until about more or less February 20th, 2020. I was very sick and disease. I died during COVID. An abstract, metaphorical way, if you will, mystical way. Right? My vaccination proof. See? In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology is my chosen path. I would have known how to design this and satellites, ICBM rockets, supercomputers, and micro gadgets and software. In that parallel life are my universe, where now I'm typing code and satellites and moving satellites, and with the satellites connected with the solar AI, I am typing, and via the sun I'm creating. I have satellites with recharge with solar and monitor food, housing, and transport with the solar AI and solar charged satellites. In that parallel life monitor food, housing, and transport with the solar AI. In that parallel life monitor food, housing, and transport, and Wi-Fi, and I know radio technology and telecommunications, and Mendeleev table. I can say it from beginning to end, and from end to beginning, and everything mathematical, from all the equations, all the information, all the equations, all the calculations, arithmetics, advanced mathematics, calculus 1, 2, 3, and advanced applied mathematics, and science, and telecommunications, satellites, supercomputers linked together. In that parallel life, I'm monitoring, and I've secured freedom by securing food, housing, and transport, food, housing, and transport, food, housing, and transport. And I see transportation 24/7, internet, the satellites connected, and the World Central Bank. In a parallel life, I grew up in Germany and moved as a young adult in Israel. In this life here in Hawk Island, Montreal, philosophizing, ranting, doing art, writing poetry, dancing, presenting this video for the Real Raw Revolutionary unedited YouTube channel. For the greater good, I am in this life as a philosopher, poet, thinker, artist, athlete, activist, universal spiritual teaching student, and theorist, and independent psychological theorist, and people's doctor, independent fitness captain. I am in this life for the greater good, with all the vices and the lust and the struggles that I've been through, and I am in that parallel life for the greater good. Although in that parallel life I'm more logic, cold, rationality, mathematics, ICBM rockets, supercomputers, and satellite telecommunications, and micro gadgets and software. But in that life also I am bisexual. In that parallel life, there's one common denominator. I am LGBTQ rainbow. I go with pride parades. I'm richer in that parallel life, financially, economically, commercially. Spiritually, maybe I lack certain qualities. I don't laugh much. I'm very cold. But I am bisexual, I do like to give massages in that parallel life. But I'm more cold. I don't laugh as much. I don't dance. I try to, but just I don't like music that much. I like some music, classical, Mozart and Wagner and Amadeus, Chopin, more that music, but I don't dance much. I don't work out much. I do jog a lot. I don't lift. I'm very skinny, almost to the point of not being healthy, very skinny, very skinny, very super skinny even. But I'm strong bones because I'm scientific, mathematical, so I eat very regimented eating in that bottle, like very regimented. Sometimes I let myself go, but mostly it's have everything in proportion calculated for my height, which is about the same 6 feet, almost 6 feet, almost 6 feet, almost 6 feet. I am skinny. I am about 156. So skinny, but strong, muscular. I jog, and my eating is very in proportion to calculated. I have gadgets on me to calculate and say I need to hydrate, I need to drink water, I need to eat XYZ for vitamins, minerals. So everything in my economically, financially, commercially, I got a lot of grants for my science as a young adult in that parallel life. So I'm very blessed economically, financially, commercially. In this one, I didn't get any grants for my art. As an artist, world's greatest living dancer, no grant yet, no commission, only a few passed before COVID, mostly here and there. Mostly here and there. Suffered, struggled in this life. A bit more in that life was. Although in that life I also have aggression and moodiness and get upset and get angry. I'm not emotional as in this life is very more cold, rational, calculated. It's my universe is I'm dreaming code and mathematics and physics, astrophysics, physics, nuclear physics, software code, engineering, all things to do with math, logic, and applied sciences, applied sciences, applied sciences. In that parallel life, where I'm typing now, I check levels of the oceans and weather and the food, the housing and transport with supercomputers, and I got already. I'm on the 7G network connected with Elon Musk like Starlink, joint North America, Canada, US, NATO, Israel alliance with other nations across the world, and there is conflict in that world too. We're working towards world peace there too, almost clinched it. Maybe in the coming days, weeks, months ahead, in that parallel life we'll attain world peace. I'm still developing more satellites to monitor and have the perfection of food, housing, and transport for all citizens there too. I'm typing code now and seeing where food is, rural, urban, being transported with trucks, how much of it, quantity of rice, legumes. I think that's with legumes, rice now in real time there in that parallel life, and what's grown, what's being shipped, and back to this one. I need some more coffee. I need some more coffee. Calling all willingly loving to support the mission, vision, and philosophy of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, which are one empire and the sun and stars on earth, for the greater good, to create. And of course, this gotta keep in mind it's inspired and based on my scenario, which created it in 2019. The scenario that I'm referring to is, of course, one that I was created, designed, and made to go with the World War III scenario, my General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout. General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout. The General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout, which I've created it in 2019 in October and was designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in a nearly paradoxical providential way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises, and which resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises, and was based on real life events which had transpired up to that point in time, namely the US-China trade war that the Trump administration began in, that were based real life events which got inspired in order to create the General War Integrated Body Training System and World War III scenario. As I've came to the conclusion in 2019 in October that we humanity are on a path to World War III, and so I have created the General War Integrated Total Body Training System to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in a nearly providential paradoxical way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crisis. Since my scenario, what causes World War III is a stock market crash, which causes a global financial collapse, subsequently triggers World War III in my scenario. and it's ongoing with a parallel timeline ending soon this February of me performing the General War Integrated Total Body Training systems, of which of course are ongoing, which I'm still performing doubles now, part of my Super Dragon Ball. That of course I'm creating and I'm doing. So I'm calling all willingly living to support it. Because in my scenario, although there was the devastation, the destruction, there was also building back better, reset, and a reconstruction by creating a new transnational force, mobilizing citizens across the world. And due to COVID, happened, of course, the stock market crash. COVID-induced, coronavirus-induced stock market crash started February 20th, 2020, and ended about April 7th. And of course, triggered global recessions, the worst economic, financial, commercial crises in more than 70 years, according to the IMF and the World Bank and BlackRock, which is a mega financial institution. Not that well known, but it is a mega financial institution. There's also Blackstone. Sometimes they're confused, but they're not the same entity. Economic financial institution, private, some public over integrated financial institution. So due to COVID, coronavirus, stock market crash occurred. Started February 20th and 2020 and ended about April 7th, 2020, and that triggered recessions, depressions, just like in my scenario. So since my scenario had the solution, that's what I began advocating for. The creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force. International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force. 7 words. International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force. 7 words, aka the Dragon Army. Secure food, housing, and transport. Public-private partnership and complementary cooperative covenant with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, which of course to organize mass dancing events for recreation, pleasure, and work towards the goal of harmony between civilization and nature, between civilization and nature, between civilization and nature, between civilization and nature. Dancing Goddess Army, civilization and nature. Attain harmony between civilization and nature by environmental education. Environmental education and action. Compost projects, more environmental programs and education, local, national, international, rural, urban, and helping mass finance, hydro, wind, and solar. Encourage fission. Fusion. Fission we have, fusion we're working towards. Encourage that. There are 2 complementary cooperative covenant institutions of the Dancing Goddess Army, aka International Integrated Dance League, because it will be integrated, all genders, all ages, all sexual orientations, inclusive and integrated. And the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, to secure food, housing, and transport. Once those 3 are secured by public-private partnership, by the application of my debt refusion theory, refusing all private and public debt. My private is 10,000, yours hundreds of thousands, millions, tens, hundreds of millions across the world. Creating a global central bank to issue a new exchange unit, universal exchange unit, the UE, universal exchange unit, universal exchange unit, universal exchange unit. crediting my 156 trillions of kisses, crediting it with the whatever the debt is, and refusing it, and that nominal number, crediting the original money supply to the pegged to the US dollar, from the US dollar pegged to the US dollar, and secure food, housing, and transport to complementary institutions, integrated with all existing public and private security forces and armed forces, local, national, international. Universal revolutionary centrism. World peace, international justice, security, and ensured global freedom, and harmony between civilization and nature. And then joy, pleasure, rebirth, regeneration, renewal. Dead reset. Theory put into practice. Love is action. Body is a temple for pleasure and for purpose. Teaching our youth, the dancing goddess and the dragon youth, for love and understanding. And body is a temple for pleasure and purpose, to understand, communicate, and love, and share. I have this Mother Earth goddess as a garden. She needs tending, action, interaction, and action and interaction, and action and interaction. And channel the aggression and the violence towards constructive pursuits such as art, pleasure, work, volunteering, upkeeping, upgrading, cycling, XYZ, etc., etc., etc. Calling all wittingly living to support, to join, to love, and to take action, moral, physical, ethical, spiritual, commercial, financial, economic. So dancing goddess and the Dragon King. The Phoenix People's Party. The anti-war, anti-racism, anti-poverty, pro-love body for the New World Order. World peace, international justice, security, and ensure global freedom. Attain harmony between civilization and nature. Coffee. And apply my solution as envisioned in my scenario. The creation of the new transnational institution, the Dragon Army, and complementary covenant cooperative with the Dancing Goddess. Dancing Goddess Army. Yes, I said goddess. Goddess dances with her brother sun. Now we're moving towards sunset. Beautiful blue sky. Still cold, cold, cold Hawk Island, Montreal, but the sun is about to rise somewhere else. And the sun sets, and the sun rises, and the sun sets, and the sun rises, and the sun sets, and the sun rises. Undethroned, a powerful, benevolent king. Undethroned, a powerful, benevolent king, shedding light and life. Now it's 4:43 p.m. We're going towards sunset. Let's see, sunset is at 4:55. The sunset begins. 4:58. 13.3 minutes. Officially sunset begins. Starts red. Red in rising, red in setting. My favorite color, the official color of the Dragon Army is red. And Dancing Goddess Army is green. And the Phoenix People's Party is rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. The anthem of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom will not be lyrics. Will not be lyrics will be music, classic, techno, rap, rock, instrumentals, the instrumentals of classic music with rock, with rap, with techno, instrumental music, rock, rap, techno, classic, instrumental music. That's what it will be. And the anthem will be children's, teenagers, and youth, laughing, loving, giggling. Those sounds of youth, teenagers, children, loving, laughing, playing. The sounds of children, youth, teens, loving, laughing, playing on music fused will be the anthem of the dancing goddess and the dragon king. That's the universal, international, global, worldwide, one mankind aspirations. Public health emergency. Accepting and integrating nature, civilization, and all this high technological, scientific miracles and wonders that we have, the internet. I'm using this laptop, Wi-Fi, smartphones, apps. Looking for the volunteers to build the Dragon Army app, Dancing Goddess app, Phoenix People's Party app, for my workout app. In order to, for the greater good, integrate across all levels of civilization, local, national, international. That will be the anthem. Dancing, loving, laughing, giggling, sounds of joy, pleasure, and love of youth, teenagers, and children on music. Mixed music can be a little bit of rap with rock, with classic, with pop instrumentals though, not no lyrics, just the sounds of children, teenagers, youth, loving, laughing, kissing, giggling. Those sounds on the instrumentals. That will be the anthem. That's the anthem that will be of the dancing goddess and the dragon king. That will be the anthem. That's the anthem that I want. That's the anthem that I will. Getting my third dose tomorrow. That January has 31 days, right? Yeah. I've confirmed my appointment. Put my alarm. For tomorrow. Getting my third jab. increasing hygiene when you go out of public domain. You gotta maintain the hygiene. In the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, public domain, the public and the private to be balanced, harmonized, equilibrium. I wanna see people dancing, loving, and sharing, and working out, and hugging, and start kissing, massaging, and get vaccinated, get tested. Yeah. Repress not feelings, emotions, channel, and channel the energies for peace, understanding, and workout, train, exercise, Dragon Army to mass finance thereof, and tell the leaders of the free world to drop down and give Dragon Zero 13 push-ups for love and for the sake of world peace, calling the leaders of the free world to meet me here in Hawk Island, Montreal, to march 2.5 hours starting from the corner of Sherbrooke and University, clockwise round the Bow Mount Royal, come back, have lunch, go another 3.5 hours counterclockwise round the Bow Mount Royal, come back at Tim Hortons, so 7 hours total in steel toe boots and sign an accord. Dragon Zero Leaders of the Free World Summit for a new Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom Act, signing of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom Act, for the signing of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom Act, for world peace, international justice, security, and ensure global freedom and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. To LOVE, we're gonna have a revolution. Have a revolution of love. A love is action. Get tested, get vaccinated, love, work out, share, of course, and balance and harmonize our individual characteristics, experiences, and skills, and what we can bring to the table to with the collective, and the individual with the collective, and ensure and secure freedom. Yours truly, Eden H. Dragonborn. Died during COVID, being reborn, Aiden Hana Dragon. We're now gonna watch some videos. Have lunch. What the fuck, man? No, you don't. I didn't see any LGBTQ flag for my fellow LGBTQ community. I've been watching for many days now. And I've seen a lot of Canadian flags, tens of thousands, Quebec flags. I haven't seen one. I'm gonna say honestly, I'm disappointed. I haven't seen one rainbow flag. Not even one. Not even one, man. Been looking for days. The convoys see tens of thousands of Canadian flags, US flags, Quebec flags, other provincial flags. But I haven't seen one LGBTQ rainbow flag from LGBTQ community. Not one. I've been watching since I think it's gonna be 6 days, 7 days a week since convoy started on the 22nd. I haven't seen one. I mean, for fuck's sakes, you could just fucking do it for PR, you know? No one. Not one. Not one. LGBTQ flag. Not even one, man. Tens of thousands of Canadian flags, United States flags, Quebec flags. Not even one, man. Not one fucking rainbow LGBTQ flag to represent. Of course, I'm encouraging vaccination, supporting vaccination. I'm disappointed. Not even one. Not even one, man. I haven't seen one. I need more water for some coffee. One, not even one. Not even one, man. It seems very. My friend used the word sinister. My friend used the word sinister. My friend used the word sinister. I think that's the proper word to use. Not even one. LGBTQ rainbow flag. What's going on? Hmm. Not one flag, man. Not one flag. Can you imagine? Tens of thousands of Canadian flags, tens of thousands of US flags, tens of thousands of Quebec flags, tens of provincial flags. I've been watching since. Not one. I wonder. Some more coffee. Mm. Now what, man? Now one LGBTQ flag. Shit. Oh, I see some color. Hold on. Did I see the first LGBTQ rainbow flag? Uh, Not sure. Not sure. I don't think so. Come on, move them. Mm,